The highest recorded fall without a parachute happened in 1972 at 33,333 feet. The victim, Vesna Vulovic, was in the hospital for 16 months after the fall. A mason in 1700s Jerusalem left his wooden ladder behind after doing some work on a church, and now it can't be moved without the permission of 6 different Christian leaders. Eminem's mother filed an $11 million defamation lawsuit against him because of his lyrics about her. She settled for $25,000 and $23,354.25 of that went to her lawyer. San Marino is the 5th smallest country in the world, and the 3rd smallest in Europe. A woman faked her entire tragedy and the loss of her husband during the 9/11 attacks and became president of the support network in New York. The Postal Service got its name based on the fact that they originally used USPS to send each other music tracks because of conflicting schedules. December 3rd is known as Roof Over Your Head Day, a day to be grateful for what we have in life. Alaska is the only state in America that can be typed on one row of a traditional English QWERTY keyboard. Michael Jackson's shiny glove was actually just a modified golf glove. The spiked dog collar was invented by the ancient Greeks to protect their dogs from wolf attacks. The only difference between kosher salt and table salt is the grain size. Kosher salt is smaller, and they both come from underground salt deposits. Invented in 1923, Q-tips were originally called Baby Gays. Then Q-tip Baby Gays, then finally just Q-tips. The Q stands for quality. 1912 saw the last Olympic gold medals made entirely out of gold. Every 10 years, the human skeleton repairs and renews itself. Essentially, you have different bones now than you did 10 years ago. The first game to be played in space was StarCraft. Daniel Berry took it with him in 1999 on the Space Shuttle mission STS-96. When water freezes to ice cubes, it will take up 9% more volume. Houston is the most diverse city in the United States. As of 2010, 43.8% is Latino, 25.6% is white, 23.1% is black, and 6% is Asian. May 29th is National Put a Pillow on Your Fridge Day. It is celebrated in Europe, USA to bring luck, wealth to the household. The little piece of paper sticking out of a Hershey's Kiss is called a Niggly Wiggly. As a child, Jet Li performed with the Chinese national wushu team for President Nixon. Nixon asked him to be his personal bodyguard, but he declined. Eating grapefruit can restrict the effects of 43 different kinds of medications. Dinosaurs would swallow large rocks, which stayed in their stomach to help churn and digest food. The word robot comes from the Czech robota. This translates into forced labor or work. During 1943, U.S. officials imposed a short-lived ban on sliced bread as a wartime conservation measure. It lasted less than 3 months. Abraham Lincoln loved cats and once let one eat from the table during a formal White House dinner. The Canadian government isn't sure when Canada became a sovereign state. Its Supreme Court ruled that sovereignty occurred sometime between 1919 and 1931. On April 1, 2005, NASA pulled an April Fool's prank telling the world that they had found water on Mars. There's a town in the Oklahoma Panhandle named Hooker, and its slogan is, "It's a location, not a vocation." Japan is facing a ninja shortage. There is a high demand for ninja shows, but it is a dying tradition and companies have trouble time finding properly trained ninjas. New Jersey had 4 governors in the span of 8 days in early 2002. The shortest term of those was served by John Farmer Jr. for 90 minutes. George Miller, the person who created Mad Max, is the same person who created Happy Feet. Surgeons who play video games at least 3 hours a week perform 27% faster and make 37% fewer errors.